Okay, good to see you guys. Appreciate you being here. Obviously, we're just finishing up our review right now of the game and moving on to the Buffalo game planning. I thought it was a heck of a win against a very good football team that played really hard, very physical game, very hard-fought game. Situational football, I think, was a big part of it. Both sides made a lot of good, strong decisions. Those had to be dealt with on both sides. I thought the fans were great. You know, it was really fun for the fans to be there in that weather and stay the whole game, you know. I mean, it was hard getting out of there afterwards, wasn't it? You know, the fans didn't leave early. You know, it was a good, for obvious reason, good game, but they stuck it out in the weather too, so we're proud of our fans. What do you have?
John, after last night's game, you guys are the #1 seed in the AFC. What does that mean to you, if anything, understanding they're 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, it just means you control your destiny in that sense, but, you know, they don't have a #1 seed until they do the seeding, so that's 4 weeks away.
To be in a position now, it's something you always coveted. You guys haven't had that chance in the past, and now, like you said, still 4 weeks to go, but you went out. I mean, that's the way it works. All you have to do is just win.
That's all we have to do. Yeah, that's right.
Something you covet, though, because of the fact that it's been elusive for the franchise. It's something the franchise
I don't
has never
speak
had.
in those terms, that word you use. I don't use that word. It's a weird word to me. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, I answered the question. It's been answered.
John, Lamar kind of conceded that because of the conditions yesterday, he didn't feel he was sharp throwing the ball, which is understandable. The fact that you won the game, does that make this game important also because you're going to another cold environment, so it gives him a chance to
Every game's different, Peter. I mean, you know, all you have to do is win the next game. There's no points for style. There's no points for conditions. You know, it's just who wins the game in that day, in those circumstances, with what they're faced, right? And that's what it's all about. So this next game doesn't mean anything for the game after that, or the game after that, or the game after that. All it does is it means everything for this week. And you need to put one on the left side of the column, right? And that's what you need to do. No, that's it. That's what it's about. That's all it's about. All the other stuff is just noise. It's just a distraction. And it's not what we're interested in. We're not even going to talk about that stuff because it doesn't matter to us. Great point for you guys to write about and think about. I don't have time to think about that. I don't care about that.
John, it looked like Michael Pierce was effective in the snaps that he played. Did the tape show that from your?
Oh, yeah. Michael played really great. Yeah, absolutely. He was very physical. Brandon was really physical. You know, Pico and Jelly played really good in there. I thought our inside tackles were excellent, dominant. You know, they ran the ball on us too much. We got to look at that and straighten that out. But it was outside stuff that we can clean some stuff up. You know, we saw more of a base running game than we've seen. I think we've been in our base defense 32 reps all year up until this game. We were probably in at 32 reps in this game. I don't have the count off the top of my head, but it was probably in that at least in that range. So there was a couple things that, you know, we can look at and that we can definitely build on and improve on. We have to go to work on that. There's a chance we could see it from Buffalo. We'll certainly see it before the season's over. So that was part of it. You know, as far as the inside run, the edge runs were more the issue for us.
So how many times did they catch you in actual blitzes and it resulted in?
Not that many. Not that many. A few. Yeah.
Said that at the
Yeah, they hit a couple. Yeah.
John, a lot's been made the last several weeks that you guys haven't had to punt very often, but in that third quarter, I mean, a couple things hadn't gone your way. How big of a play was that for Sam and Chris Moore, kind of that combination to pin them at the 1 yard line?
Great play. You know, I think we had 3 game-changing plays on special teams. That play, Chris Moore and Sam. Sam, you know, put it down there. The field was a little soft, so the ball checked a little bit. Nobody has a better feel for that than Sam Cook. And then Chris Moore was just, I mean, he was hightailing it down the field. He was flying. And he's got such a great awareness. You see how many guys make mistakes. They slide, they get on the ground, they fall. He knew how to keep his feet, you know, on this side of the white line, tap that ball, just a great play. We had the partially blocked field goal by Marlon. Obviously, that's the difference, you know, in the game. In the end, if you look, you know, if you want to look at it that way. And then the game-winning field goal with the snap, hold, kick, and the protection. So special teams, I thought, was a big part of the game.
With that play that Marlon made, is that just getting there faster, or is there an alignment thing or something?
Just getting there, just beating the blocker and taking the right angle and just making a great play. He deserves all the credit for that. Yeah.
John, it looked like in that first quarter, you guys also got close to blocking a punt. Did that show up on tape as well?
Yeah, we almost had that. LJ almost had that deal. Came around there. If they'd have been punting to our left, which they do, we kind of thought they were going to punt to the left there. He'd have had it. I think the footing, too, if he'd had a dry field, he probably would have got it. But, yeah, it's just a great effort on his part, and he did almost get it, yeah.
You looked at the film. Do you feel like the shots that Lamar took were all good? I know you and Richard Sherman exchanged words. And then afterwards, some of your players had stuff to say about some of the shots that Lamar took.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I'm not getting into it. We got to do. Our job is to protect our quarterback. The official's job is to officiate the game. They called 2 roughing the passers when he was in the pocket, and that's just what it is.
John, again, for us in film, how do you feel like Patrick McCarry handled center, given not just one of the league's best fronts, but the wet ball and all that stuff?
That's a great point. Here you got a first-time start for a rookie who was in, pretty tough conditions. Snapped that ball. The gun snaps, and we're in the gun a lot, and all the snaps were very good. He made all the assignments. We operated normally, with the center calls. He made all the right calls. I made almost all of his blocks against one of the best defense. I think the offensive line deserves a lot of credit in this game, and the tight ends, because, that front is, just wreaks havoc, against everybody they play, and they didn't do that in our game. Our offensive linemen did a great job of blunting that, and keeping them from playing in our backfield. Did a great job of that. Patrick and all those guys were a big part of that.
Patrick talks to us, he seems like just the calmest guy in the world. I mean, is he that kind of steady, take things in stride kind of person?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess you talked to him, so you could make your own evaluation of his personality. I like his personality. I like him. I think he's a tough dude and works his butt off.
You mentioned the tight ends. Can you just talk about Hayden Hurst and the contributions he's made this season?
Hayden Hurst, the list of contributions he's made, I don't have it on me, okay? But I think he's had a great game. Got a game ball, right? And he continues to improve as a player. He had huge catch for us, 2 huge catches for us, right? Blocked pretty well. Those guys, I just think we have, I love our tight ends. I love the whole room. I love everything about them, and I know that they can even get a lot better, That's what they're focusing on doing. But to see Hayden step up like that, make the plays, he deserves that. And Lamar trusts him. You can see that, so that was great to see.
If I'm not mistaken, Treywood could play Sunday. Is the plan to bring him up, or is that you're going to have to wait and see how the roster evolves this week?
Yeah, I'll probably give you the wait and see. I know what we're doing, but we're going to wait and see. If that's okay with you. Yeah. I don't know if we have an advantage by not saying one way or the other, but I'm just going to hold that, okay? Yeah, hadn't thought about it.
You can't wait till, right? You have till Saturday?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Peanut came off the field a couple times. Is there anything you can share about his status for this week?
Nothing serious, Yeah, he's dealing with that ankle. He works through it. It's painful, so I'm sure he'll keep healing. No setbacks that I'm, big setbacks, but he's dealing with it.
Again, looking at the film and listening to your guys after the game, they talked about how great of a game it was, and that they could see San Francisco, they could see it playing out again sometime, maybe in another place. Do you like the confidence they have and looking forward towards something like that?
I think our guys have a vision for where they want to go, and they understand that you got obstacles in life. So it's good to have a long view, and it's good to have a short view, and our guys have both.
You talked a little bit about it yesterday, but was it good to have a close game, just to see the grit that your team had, and then at the end holding the ball for the last 6.5 minutes? Just something that they had to do and came through with it.
Well, I mean, it was a tough game. It was a hard game to move the ball. Both teams 17-17 at that point, right? So it was no given that you're going to be able to get yourself into field goal range there against that defense, number 1 defense in the National Football League. Our guys did what they had to do. I mean, Lamar, I thought, really buckled down and really got it done as a quarterback. He had some runs, he had some passes, the offensive line, hard-running backs, pass protection, catches were made, right? In those kind of conditions, that's what it takes, you know, and those guys did it, and the players deserve all the credit for that, all the credit for it. You know, of course, our coaches do a great job and did a great job, but that's players, man. That's players doing it in a critical situation and getting us into field goal range, then protecting the field goal, and, of course, the Wolfpack coming through. So that's how you win games, you know. That's how you win football games. No mistakes in that drive, clean drive. Held on to the football the whole game, you know, except for the one that Lamar had, which he's mad at himself about. But I thought in those conditions, we did a great job of protecting the football. Just all-around winning performance.
John, what went in the decision to have, I guess, 4 cornerbacks active in the past? You had 5. Was that just a numbers thing and not your style of play?
Yeah, we just want to have the extra D lineman up, you know, kind of the conditions, and then the offense we were going against, you know, has a lot of heavier personnel groups than we see a lot of times, so we want to have the extra defensive lineman up.
All right.
Great, thanks. Okay.